Greater light, greater light, greater light, greater light. Who will you stand for? It's time to choose. It's a lot of people who don't want to come to the realization that that's where we are. And these written words of life and prophecy that was written before you were even created. It was written before the foundations. Huh? Let me start off the proper way. My mind is God's mind. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. God's ideas unfold within my mind in perfect sequence. I'm always poised, balanced, serene, and calm, knowing that God will provide. God has provided. God is going to provide the perfect solution to not just some of my needs, every single one of my needs. And he could do the same for you. He will. You have to just choose ye this day on the 144. This is the 144th moment. You could take April 14th and make it 144, because on the spiritual level, even the earth knows the symbology of this 144. I'm just saying, even the earth knows, the earth obeys the Most High. I truly, in my heart, believe, I'm going to use the word believe, that 2026 is not going to be the 2026 that man has recreated in their infrastructure and simulations and rewriting and reposting and transcribing and deciphering. 2026. But I knew that today, somehow within my DNA, today, I had to make sure, have a witness on where and which banner I will stand under and about face and on top of an inner stand An outer stand. Which banner? Who do you choose to stand for? Those who know, the knowers. Uh, let me just give an example. Let me give an example. So I was listening to some what they call creators or streamers or influencers. Briefly, I was just scanning through. It was like a replay. I was at the replay of this stream. I didn't watch it while they were live. And I'm definitely going to mention the name of the person who said what they said. It was young Pharaoh. I kind of just, let it go real fast, speed up, stop, see if was there anything of significance that they were mentioning over there. And it didn't seem like anything of significance to me. What was the most significant part of that? I don't know how many hours it was. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch it while it was live. I watched a replay. Was young Pharaoh taking his stand on what he assumes, because he really he really lost on what he assumes is Gog and Magog. Or he knows and he just playing a role. But he's lost in the sauce of the information. He's lost in the sauce of the information, literally. But in his conclusion, before they closed out, he was trying to let you know that he's on team Gog and Magog regardless. It don't matter if he's not fully aware of the information, all the false information that he's been fed through the sin of math and science. But we know that his stance is, I don't condone, recommend, side with, affiliate, or none of that with Jesus. So if he don't side with, affiliate, and none of that with Jesus, he definitely don't side and affiliate with the one God over all gods. he took his side. And I heard somebody else do it. People saying their stance in a type of wishy-washy kind of way online and making it known. But now, as for me in my house, I made sure I let my daughter know. And I went to the place where I can spiritually make that proclamation under the banner for which I stand. It's not no star-spangled banner. Definitely not. Definitely not. And I stand against everything that Gog and Magog has to offer. Now, let me tell you about this little thing, that little game, mind game that Biden playing. He gonna make it seem like he's concerned about Black people's mental health. I'm gonna go over that a little later. Then he gonna make it seem like he's not siding with Israel when he has it written and confirmed that he's gonna do whatever it takes with Israel. That he playing the mind games with people right now. And what he's going to do is make it seem like his hand was forced when the 16th comes. and the 16th is in a few days. But it is already written what he's going to do and what they're going to do. I'm live. You know what that means. I'm live. All right. So it is already written what his plans are, what Department of Defense is doing. They plan this because just as the word is written for you to follow, they have to follow the word too. Who do you stand for? Who are you choosing? Which team are you going to side with? Now, today when I was in service, I wanted to interject so bad. I really did. You know, it took a lot for me to sit there and not say anything and give an input during, it seemed like an open panel sermon. But I know that I didn't want to cause confusion by opening my mouth. But some things came to me, and I didn't write them down. Some things came to me during the message today in regards to where the part in the scripture where it says you'd have to be born again or to come as a child. And then I reflected on the last time I made a plea and the person said Jesus didn't have to prove he was innocent. No, Jesus didn't have to prove he was innocent because they killed him for his innocence. They killed him because of his innocence. Now, why is that important right now? When you think of children, a lot of people, when you think of children, the first thing come to mind is what? Their innocence. Jesus came as a child, but with the term of innocence, not that he sin is not what you think it is. Sin is math and equations and foundations of man-made things. Love and light doesn't need an equation. Innocence doesn't need it like children. Innocence doesn't comprehend math and equations and dates and holy days and ceremonies. You say, am I translating this wrong? No, I'm not translating it wrong. It's written. It's written. I listened to a young lady. She was an elder, but I would like to use the term young lady. Say, and this is the reason why we worship on Sunday. And they were talking about the first day of the week and the seventh day of the week and all these days of the week. And the thing is, if that was what we were supposed to do, wouldn't Jesus have done it? The whole reason why the Jews and all their laws and ceremonies and religions and all stayed at Jesus and tried to figure out how many different ways they could kill him is because he didn't recognize the seventh day of the week and how they had it ruled out and regulated. Say, God made this day. It's okay that that's what you want to do, but you can't want to kill somebody and judge somebody because they ain't gonna sit the way you want them to sit on a Saturday or seventh day of the week or a 12th day of the week or a first day of the week. And then the reason why the Pharaohs and the Pharisees wanted to kill Jesus is because Jesus denounced all of the gods that they helped raise him under. They say, Jesus, we protected you when you was born. Your family came here under the guise of Egypt. You learned everything about our gods, huh? And our alchemy, huh? And now you gonna turn your back and act like you don't know us, huh? And that it's only one God above our gods. Who you think you is, Jesus? That you gonna tell us our math don't mean nothing, huh? Who you think you are, Jesus? That you gonna talk about light? Who do you think you are? At the end of it all, the same reason why people are seeing structures in the sky lining up and getting ready. The same reason why on this day of 144 reasons why you need to choose whose team you're on. It's the same reason why the earth trembled in 33 stellars of 33 points this day, the 144. I know that God is going to keep his promise. There's only one God above all gods. It's not a bunch of gods and then another layer of gods and then God and some other layers of God next to one God. No. Above all gods is just one. There's only one language. That one language is love. Huh? It's only one school. That's light. There could be only one. And it seemed like every aspect and facet of this infrastructure is aware, besides those that need to be aware. And maybe because it's only meant for me to be aware. Let me get to some Bible readings. Let me get to some scriptures. No, before I get to the scripture, let me name off the 33 places The 30. Oh, look like they changed it up. Yeah, the 33 places that got hit, that trembled, that the earth is letting you know that it's aware. And if you go to any of the names of these places that I point out, and you'll find some stellar structure that is written or has on its stones the stories of revelations of these days. The stone might be 10,000 years old. The stone may be 100,000 years old. The stone may be just as young as the guys is in Atlanta. That's stellar. But at the end of it all, 33 points got hit today on 144. 33 points got shaken today at the 144. The major one is where they do all the seances and write out all the codes and frequencies, and that's the place that does the final touch-ups for the spells. Papua New Guinea got hit the hardest. As a matter of fact, the first place that's going to fall in the ocean is going to be Papua New Guinea. The first place that there's going to be no stone left unturned is going to be Papua New Guinea. I'm sorry, it's written. It's written. They are the ones where the portals of hell open and close. Even Prime Minister Modi them go to the demonic councils there. Even the Pope them send requests for spells and incantations to Papua New Guinea. You don't believe me? You don't have to. We're in these days where belief don't even matter no more, does it? Huh? So let me go down the list. Nicaragua. Huh? Nicaragua. They say negra. No, the word back then was nicas. But I'm not going to sit there and debate with information that they could have unlocked in their DNA codes a long time ago. The terminology was never Naga. They had the right terminology for you all along. But you ignored it. It's never been Naga. It's never been nigger. And it's never been negro. Because there's a whole branch of beings in all different tones and shades and colors that are Nikas. But anyway, Nika, the Nicaraguas, the Nicaraguas. Are they the sea people? They see people too. You see people? I see people. Got hit, shook up. Where the geysers are, and this isn't about the land as much as it is where the stella of proof of these last days of words that are written on manuscripts all over the land. You think it's 7 wonders of the world. It's 33 wonders. No wonder 33 wonders. Another place where there's stones that tell stories is Texas. To be precise, let me go ahead and put these 33 stellars in here for you. On the, let me put 33 stellars of 144, or I'll say the 141. No, I'm gonna put equals 141 equals 414. Do it like that. Okay. And the Van Horn, Texas is where one of the stellars are. Van Horn, Texas. The Nikas. And that would be Nicaragua. All right. The charlatans that rewrote. All these sinful beings. The Snyders that rewrote. The Wesleys that rewrote. The Ami virgins. They on alert. The Gomers. The Gomers of Guatemala on alert. The Gomers of Guatemala. You on alert? You on alert? Who else? The Pajas. The Pajas, they on alert. They definitely did a lot of rewriting. The Pajas on alert. The moles are on alert, or the moles, they are on alert. Who else? Oh, the Guanicas. Y'all could go look these names and look at the etymology and where they come from. I could go ahead and do it if I wanted to, get a whole new bill. Ain't nobody got time for all them whole new bills. But for those who are going to be left behind, the ones who choose God and Magog, this will give you something to do. When you the Guanicas, definitely the Marine, and I talk about them. I've talked about them plenty of times. Plenty of times they've been put on alert. Today, Now, I don't know nothing about these people right here. I don't know nothing about these, but they have been put on alert. They have been put on alert. They have been put on alert. And I just put the Kyrgyz. They have been put on alert. Who else? The Aleutians. They've been put on alert. All 33 points. The Primos. They love to claim they was first. Who else? Who else? Is that 30? All 33 of them? Seem like it's taking forever. Is that all 33 of them? How many I got on here so far? The Van Horns. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Goodness. Who else? The GGs. Who else been put on alert? Huh? Who else need an update? God is on the way. Huh? Huh? The G-Joppers. And these the ones that rule over the equators. These the ones that rule over the equators, y'all. They're the ones that their demons rule over the equators. The god of Honos. The Honos, they on alert. You on alert? Okay, get on alert. Definitely Fiji. The Fijians. You on alert? No. The Nafus. Are you on alert? No. Okay. The Atus. I don't think the Atus on alert. Y'all on alert? No? Okay. Get ready. Which side you standing on, people? The Bakalis. Y'all definitely gonna get it. Y'all definitely tremble on. Tremble on. Y'all definitely gonna get it. I'm making sure it caps that one with exclamation. Y'all definitely gonna get it. I should have capsed up on the charlatans. Y'all definitely gonna get it. What side you choosing? The Zealanders. You got so much zeal. How much zeal you got left? How much zeal you got left? It's on. Who signed with Gog and Magog? Now, the door, I told y'all, the main door or the portal, and the reason why it's called a door is because that's where the door is. Puerto Rico. Huh? Puerto Rico. The Stella that's gonna come. Like they don't even know. They've been looking for the Stella to Puerto Rico forever. The reason why all of the Rodriguezes come out of Puerto Rico because they are dragons. That's what they name represent, dragons. Whose side, what demonic side you gonna stand on? So I'm not just gonna put Puerto Rico, that door. I'm gonna put the whole thing. Stella, Puerto Rico. Huh? Oh, when it started trembling down there, they gonna know. Huh? You can't hide Afghanistan. Y'all sent y'all false prophets right out of the Fakars. Huh? Y'all sent y'all false prophets right out of the Fakars. Huh? The fakers. The war is on. They gathering they Gog and Magogs. Their demons are trembling under all of these 33 points that I'm telling you about, especially under Papua New Guinea. They getting ready. They are excited about the return, and you not getting ready. Y'all still having parties and barbecues, married and giving in the bed. Nobody, they say, no, we ain't worried about it. It's a longer time away. We not worried. Live, you only got one life. Okay. Okay. Who else? The Bascos. Actually, let me make sure I'm gonna put that right, because the Bascos are the Viscayans too. But and it's not Baso, it's actually Vasco. So I'm not, but I'm okay. First, let me go ahead and put it the way it's supposed to be. Vascos. Okay, they would have it, and you will see it as Bascos. Okay, but those are out of the Phillips. Who else? Am I leaving anybody out? Am I leaving anybody out? Oh, the Rosarios, the Rosicrucians with your false doctrines. Huh? The Rosarios, definitely the Rosarios. With your false doctrine. The demons under the Rosarios is shaking. They getting ready to come up. Now, even though Russia knows about the icons of Christ, huh? The icons of the one true and living God, there's parts of the land that tried to persuade them of otherwise, and that was ruled by the devils or the demons of the Kurils. The Kurils. The Kurils. Okay? They demons are shaking up and getting ready. They is happy. Boy, they is like, oh, it's amazing that the demons and the devils and the spiritual wickedness in high places are more excited about the kingdom of God returning than you should be. It's sad. That's sad to me. Oh, the Kermits, the Kermit the Frogs, the Kermidex. Yep, the Kermidex. The Kermidex. Kermie. The Kermidex love the pigs, boy. The Kermidex love Miss Piggy. The Kermidex was all about Miss Piggy. Get y'all demons gathering up and standing up and shaking up under there too, ain't it? Huh? The Adax, Acadians, the Adax, the addicts, all of the addicts. They are getting ready, huh? Up under there, shaking, rattling, and rolling. All of your false doctrine leading the people astray. Huh? Who are these people? You thought this was a what you call it? A journey. The word embarking. You thought that was a journey. Those are demons. Those are demons. The embarkers, they are demons. Huh? And they have, you are on, get ready. Huh? Y'all can go ahead and gather. But those who are gathering and standing on the love and light of Christ, huh? Standing on the promises of Christ. You don't even realize all y'all gathering that y'all doing. Maybe one small, quiet prayer. Huh? One small, quiet prayer. The prayer that can't be heard still will travel to all the world in this generation. The generator, the generation. Because y'all didn't even realize that even through artificial intelligence, God orders that too. To all the world in this generation. It's like 200,000 men. And God said, I don't need 200,000. All I need is 300. It's something like that. What did y'all think? Oh, you better call Tyone. They said they cloned Tyone. They didn't clone Tyone. Tyone is a demon. And the Tyone next, their demon realm, demonic realm, out of the 33 spots. Go ahead and gather. You won't win this war. Huh? This is the last and final battle. And the last but not least, Greece, all you Greek gods, huh? Y'all wait, oh, I forgot to put Papua New Guinea. I'm gonna put big exclamation points. Huh? I'm calling to that demon Kimber, who I heard his voice come out of Nature Boy. You demon. I heard his voice come out of Nature Boy. I heard his voice come out of Nature Boy. Sure did. You and everything you stand for, huh? You and everything you stand for. You could go ahead and gather all you want to. You ain't, this is the last and final battle. You know it, huh? They may not know it, huh? But you know it. And I'm gonna make sure I put demon in front of it. I'm gonna put, yep, demon in front of it to let know you know I'm addressing you directly. Huh? Directly. And last but not least, the Manadora family. Y'all know who you are. Those demons there. Huh? I was told to send you a message. I was told to send you a message. Here's that message. You can't win. You won't win. And that's addressing all Greek gods. All Greek gods. So I think I have all 33 that I'm supposed to address. And all the different things that they tried to kill Jesus on earlier in the game. It wasn't until Jesus revealed and said, "Yes, I am who y'all say I am," that's when they was like, "Okay, now we got him." I'm just saying. Jesus said, "You can't tell me I can't eat no wheat on the wheat fields and heal on the Sabbath. Who is you? My Father created the Sabbath days, all 12 days of the week. And now you're going to try to tell me what I can and cannot do. Who is you supposed to be over the one true and living God? Huh?" And they used every tactic, every scenario, every simulation. They used the closest thing to Jesus' heart. And Jesus had brothers and sisters now. According from information that's in my DNA code, Jesus even had a wife and children. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, what's next on my list? What's next on the list? So I could have went over 416 with you, right? 415 and 416 in these documents. I could go over 415 and 416. But why am I going to go over 416 and 415 when I already told you last week and the week before last that on the 15th and on the 16th is when they're shutting down the airports and they're going into war. Why? Because it's already written. And little strategic mind games that Biden is about to play is, what is that strategic mind game? Oh, I'm washing my hand. I'm not going to get involved. They killed that man's children, and I'm not going to get involved. When the whole time they know that that's what they was going to do. Again, this war is no longer about religion. This war is no longer about, it's about the same story time after time after time. First, they killed God's son, and then they're going to blame it on God. They're going to say, God did it. God did it. God, it ain't our fault. They going to kill Jesus on the cross, and they said, God ordered it. Now, they put the hit out. United States been on Team Israel all this time, and all of a sudden they gonna back out and be like, no, we ain't got nothing to do with that. We don't know who did it. We don't know who killed your sons. The Israelis, huh? The Jujus, the one who want to wear a fit like Juju, pretending. They saying they didn't do it. We ain't got nothing to do with that, huh? Now look, you gonna kill all of us because we've been killing all your children all this time. They killed that man's sons. So now you think this war have anything to do with politics and money and anything else anymore? So Biden and his strategic Papua New Guinea and all they spells, all of their spells gonna be like, nope, I'm washing my hands. I'm not getting involved now. You're right. It's already written that they sending and closing off the airports and taking flight to go assist in the war on the 16th. So what is he going to be saying tomorrow? What's going to be the big news tomorrow when it was already written? Tricks and green screens. While they steady making plans on how they going to buy your light code. Because they going to make this look real good. By the time Israel helping them get weapons and of mass destruction over here popping, so they can have the rights to your death certificates or your you as a patient of the United States of America. To remember, you are no longer a person, you no longer property, you are a patient under the CHIPS Act law. And by the time people go crazy, they say, yep, here, you sign this waiver. And it's only a particular people, like I said, in black, again, I told y'all over a year ago, I said, you think black is, they talking about black, it's not black. What you checking off? It ain't black, it's not the black you thinking. Black to them is just as white or yellow, high yellow, you know how they call them, red bones, because you are no longer a color to the government. You are a patient. But because you check off a term or terminology that will help them relate to you as what you think and say you are, they got a plan for your mental health status when all this stuff gets crazy. They say, we got a whole new initiation. Here, let's tell them what we gonna do. Now, let me go ahead and share it so you don't think I'm just talking. Now, did I do what I normally do? Did I read some scripture? I'm right now stuck on reading Matthew 24. before I go to the next phase. Before I go to the Federal Register, where they focusing on you as a patient because you don't know who you are, because you don't have a banner to stand under. Black don't even have a banner. White don't even have a banner. All these different boxes that they're going to put people in, it doesn't have a banner. And because you don't have a banner, you is automatically put in where Gog and Magog going to have you to be. Now, if you stand under the false banner of Solomon's gate, Solomon's temple, Solomon's 72 demons, and all his 33 apostles and all of them, if you stand under that, then good for you. But today is the day that you need to choose this day who you gonna serve. Which branch you gonna be armored up under. So let me go on to what has been my favorite scripture for the week. As Jesus was leaving the temple grounds, his disciples came along and wanted to take him on a tour of the various temple buildings. But he told them, all these buildings will be knocked down, with not one stone left on top of another. When will all this happen? And the disciples asked him later, as he sat on the slopes of the Mount of All Love. What events will signal your return in the end of the world? Jesus told them, don't let anybody fool you. For many will come claiming to be the Messiah and will lead many astray. When you hear of wars beginning, this doesn't signal my return. These wars don't mean nothing about Jesus coming back. All this stuff was already written. These must come, but the end is not yet. Not yet. I keep telling y'all. Why? Because the words say so. Not yet. Not just yet. This does not signal my return. These must come, but the end is not yet. The nations and kingdoms of earth will rise against each other, and there will be famines and earthquakes in many places. But all this will only be the beginning of the horrors to come. This is at the 144 where you need to decide, because the horrors are to come. It's written. Then you will be tortured and killed and hated all over the world because you are mine. And many of you shall fall back into sin and betray and hate each other. Now, some of you, they gonna hate that you ain't miserable. They gonna hate that you won't fall into the same mind frame that you used to be. They gonna hate that you won't get depressed. They gonna hate that you won't get sad, because you got your hope built on Jesus' love and light, and the truth of who God really is. You'll feel it. Sometimes when you feel it, it'll come from the closest ones. They gonna hate that you didn't give up. They gonna hate that they couldn't break you. That's what that's why they hated Jesus so much. No matter how many different things they came with. Even down to the very end. The message to Hamas, even though we know how the story ends, how the word is written. But I promise you, if you dropped your weapons right now, if you said, I forgive you for killing my children, and I don't want to fight no more, and I ask God to forgive you. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, the stocks will fall. I'm telling you. The United States government will scramble. Department of Defense will go into chaos. They will have to, I'm telling you what will happen. But this message wouldn't even get to you because it's already written. They never gonna admit whose fault it is. Biden gonna play the he is righteous piety stinking penny loaf of lies. While sending all them innocent people to go fight a war that they already had planned 140 something years ago. As a matter of fact, they had it planned 144,000 years ago. As a matter of fact, they had it planned 144 million years ago. I mean, they had it, you know how long they had it planned? Before I entered my mother's womb, before the foundations of this plane, realm, or infrastructure, or whatever it may be. That's how long they had it planned. And they keep resetting. And now we at the final battle. the last time. So anybody that's coming here, hey there, Latrell Tinwell, I heard you over there the other day. You don't seem like you handling the divorce well. You seem like you in denial. Do you need help? I heard you the other day talking about your digital wife. You got a new, oh, you must got a new digital wife. Because I'm pretty sure. Greater light, Latrell Tinwell. Greater light. For this message here, you see these names in the chat? Well, you know, today is the 144 or the, yeah, the 414. But 33 places shook up today. 33 places shook up in the wee hours in the morning and all. And the one that got hit the hardest, that's the first one that's going to crumble up under. See, this is where the demons have set up shop in their invisible schools. The invisible schools of misinformation and rewriting history. And see, like the Van Horns, that's a whole demonic force right there. So these 33 stellars that I've been talking about for the past week, this is where they come out. The demons are more happy in celebrating the return of the kingdom of God than the ones who's supposed to be or claim that they serve the one true and living God are. The Van Horns, they are shaking up, rattling and rolling, getting ready to come forth, gathering to be part of the gathering of Gog and Magog. Which team you choosing? Uh, the Nickers with all they false doctrines and prophets and information. Yeah, all the whole time. Wow, I've been listening. They go back and forth. Back, I said they always talking about the Nickers. No, we Nagas and we knockers. And I could sing it in a song and tell you, look, that's wrong information, but who am I? I'm nobody. The ones who bought that false information and false doctrine and had the scripts rewritten time after time for those communities are the Nikas. Nikas. Yes, right there. And the Nikas hung tight with the Nazis. So they had demons come to misinterpret and take and flip the script. They shaking up and getting ready for the final. The charlatans, they shaking up and getting ready. The Snyders, they shaking up and getting ready. The Wesleys, they shaking up and getting ready. The Millet virgins, they getting up, shaking up, rattling and roll. They probably twerking and all. They shaking up and getting ready for the gathering of Gog and Magog. Which banner you standing under? You gonna stand under the Star-Spangled Banner with all their untruths and injustices and saying what they got planned for those who gonna be left behind? The Gomas out of Guatemala, the Goma Piles, those demons, they shaking up and getting ready. Shaking, rattling, and rolling. The Pajas. The Pajas then did so many sacrificing and dropping so many people down in them Hawaiian volcanoes with their false teachings and false gods, all the different gods that they worship when they dropping people down in them volcanoes, The moles. Oh, you know they happy. They underground digging. I'm talking about they going all up and down, up underground. Getting they Koopa Chabras and all gathering every creature from the deeps and depths of the earth. They is ready, on guard, They ready for Gog and Magog to bring the horrors. The Guanicas, they ready. They say, oh, it's time. They putting on a lipstick. I tell you, the Guanicas, the Nazis, all them with their false gods and their hundreds and thousands of demons that they worshiped and sacrificed all over through time. They getting ready. Now y'all know about these. These land up under the French in them. With all their false doctrine, high sciences, astronomy, astrology, and all that. Yep. They getting ready. They excited. They not scared. They excited of how much torture and torment they're going to be able to put on those that are left behind. Now, this is one group I don't know much about. I may look them up later. I may not. I just know that I'm supposed to send all of them a message. I done took my stand. My banner is ready, huh? But these the ones, they come with the ones that put false doctrine over the Germans. But again, I don't know much about them. These the ones that probably stay hidden. The Nordics and all them. I don't know much about them. The illusions, huh? Those demons there are the ones that help with the illusions. They're the ones that help with stealth mode, huh? Visual distortions. The primos, huh? The primaveras, huh? They shaking and tap dancing and doing and lifting up their skirts and stuff, getting ready, excited about what's to come. The Jeepa Joppas, they ready, huh? These the ones that control equations. They the ones that did the false doctrine of equations and math and they helped exchange information with the mathematician and the alchemist and the scientist that built 144 pyramids on this planet. The Hanukkahs. Does it sound like I said Hanukkah? Yeah, the Hanukkahs. They definitely preparing, huh? They praying so hard for the United States to go ahead and stand with the Hanukkahs. They wouldn't dare let this message get to Hamas. Yo, the God's love and light is for the whole world. And if you want to see real justice, you say, God, you handle this. You just put it in God's hand. Say, God, I've done wrong too long. And now that they have killed my sons, I stop. God, you forgive them because I don't know what to do. And you stop. I promise you, Hamas, the devils will lose their mind. They will lose their mind. These demons will lose their mind. They will lose their mind. They'll lose their mind. The Fijians, they sent a lot of sacrifices and and volcanoes and stuff all over through the generations. They work well with stealth frequencies, trapping people into dream realms and stuff. The Fijians, they work on dream realms. These beings right here, The Nephas, oh, should I say Nephas? No, they the Nephas. These demonic beings here, huh? They dancing. The Addises, they dancing. They excited. The Bacalas, did I say Draculas? No, the Bacalas. They dancing. The Zealanders getting ready, gathering up, getting ready to stand, huh? When they demon devil rise. Who else? Now, this right here is more about the door itself. Afghanistan, the false prophets and gods over Afghanistan, Fakaras. Here, I'm going to finish going down the list and get back to this reading. Here you go. All on alert. All on alert. Now, again, these last two right here, Papua New Guinea. All of the different voodoos come out of Papua New Guinea. And again, when the Pope them can't get the incantations right, when Haiti need the right incantations to bind the people instead of having them be free, all the different wicked spiritualists in high places go underground and get the Papua New Guinea to get the incantations and the spells and all that. This is the headquarters. People think it's out of the Vatican. People think it's out of Africa. People think it's all the way. Those who travel back and forth to McMurdo Station to whisper into the ears of the demons down there, when they can't get the language right, go to Papua New Guinea and get it. And then the place where all the gods think that they is above the one true and living God. But the first one that all the stones gonna, I think they took a sigh of relief. The people that know the truth, they took a sigh of relief. But y'all, that Kimba, and all the different names for him that sold out his own kind to be on top of the highest point at Papua New Guinea. Oh, when he come up, he eating everybody on the island. He eating everybody on the island because y'all knew better. Y'all knew better. So, don't let anyone fool you. For many will come claiming to be the Messiah, will lead you astray. When you hear of the wars beginning, this does not signal my return. These things must happen, I'm telling you, but it's not the end yet. The nations and kingdoms of the earth will rise against each other, and there will be famines and earthquakes in many places. But all this will only be the beginning of the horrors to come. Then you will be tortured and killed and hated all over the world because you are mine. And many of you shall fall back into sin and betray and hate each other because you don't want to die. You're going to be like, that's okay. I'm good. I don't want none of that drama. I will stand with Gog and Magog and be a patient of the United States of the Americas. I will let Biden them buy me. I will take the mark of the beast. So then you're going to fall right into everything else that's left behind, as says so here. And many false prophets will appear and lead you many astray. Sin will be so rampant everywhere that it will cool the love of many. People won't even know how to love no more. As a matter of fact, they probably won't even understand the word love. Yeah, love. But those enduring to the end shall be saved. And the good news about the kingdom will be preached throughout the whole world, no matter what they try to do. No matter how they try to censor. No matter how many times they block. To all the world in this generation. So that all the nations will hear it. And then finally, the end will come. When all the nations hear, it, to all the world in this generation, when all the nations hear it, then the end will come. That's what the Bible says. People look for all the major signs. It said, when all the world in this generation, when all the nations hear it, then the end will come. So when you see the horrible thing told about by Daniel the prophet standing in a holy place, note to the reader, you know what is meant. See, I'm the reader and I know what that means. And I know about Daniel. And I know that Daniel, who his mama and daddy was, according to what was written, that stuff that was written before I got here. I know what it means. Then those in Judea must flee to the Judean hills. And that's what I said right now. And I told, what's his name? I need to go click and see how Tora channel doing. Because before Tora left from Miami to go back over, I said, you are leaving, you are leaving Jerusalem. You are leaving. Should I say it out loud? Are you leaving Israel to go over to the fake Israel? You leaving I'm telling you, you're going to end up having to come back. Everybody is going to flee to Israel. That's what it said. It's written. It's okay. All right. Then those in Judea must flee until they right now is getting flights to get as many people out from over there to over here as possible. But who am I? I'm nobody. I'm nobody but somebody that just know that this stuff was written before I got here. Those on their porches must not even go inside the pack before they flee. And those in the field should not return to their homes for their clothes. Now, that's about the islanders too. Now, you know, it says in Revelations that the islanders will disappear. The islands will fly away. The islands will fly away. Well, how will they fly away? When God send, ships for them to saying, I don't know what part that comes in, but it's going to happen because it's written. I'm not making that up. It says the islands are going to disappear. They're going to vanish. They're going to go. It says the islanders will fly away. It doesn't say, it just says they're going to fly away. And woe to the pregnant women and those with babes in those days. And pray that your flight will not be in the winter or on the Sabbath. It's still wintertime in some places. I'm talking about they having whole winter storms right now, ain't it? For there will be Persecution in such a world has never seen in all of history and will never see again. Why? Why they won't see it again? Because this is the last time. Ain't no more resets. They say ain't no more resets. And they're going to make sure for those who left behind, they're going to take care of your mental health. I'm going to show you in a minute. In fact, unless those days are shortened, and again, because Earth has been speeding up, time has gotten shorter. All mankind will perish, but they will be shortened for the sake of God's chosen people. Because God's chosen people need a little bit more time to get it right. They say when they realize you do have to choose a banner, you do have to choose a side, you do have to say, well, you know what, God, I stand for you, God, Jesus said, no, it ain't about me now. I'm just an example. I'm just showing you what it's going to be. And in order for you to get it right, I done left an example so that when the time comes, you know what side to stand on now. You're going to do greater than me because you're going to be in the army. That's why you're going to be, those who are written in prophecy is going to do greater because you get to choose. He didn't get to choose. You get to choose what side you stand on. No? Okay. If anyone tells you the Messiah has arrived in such and such a place, go, your son is outside, go look, and has appeared here or there, don't you believe it? For false Christ shall arise and false prophets, and they will do wonderful miracles. They say they miracles going to show you exactly how God ordered the sun and the moon and the stars to align and all that. They're going to show you exactly how God structured the earth and whether it's flat for real or not. Everything that God designed, they're going to show you that their minds have been able to untangle and come up with the answer. They figured it out with all man-made misinformation, and unrealistic equations that ain't got nothing to do with God. They done helped you figure it out. That's for false Christ shall arise and false prophets who will do wonderful miracles, so that if it were possible, even God's chosen ones would be deceived. See, I warned you. Don't say I ain't warned you now. Don't say I didn't tell you. That's what Jesus said. That's why I like this verse right here the most, this chapter the most. Because it ain't John talking, it's in red. It ain't nobody else words. It ain't Moses. It ain't from Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, and Ruth. The first and second Samuels, the Samus, they up in here somewhere. The Samus, the Sues, the Samuels, first and second, the kings of all first and second kings. The Chronicles, the Chronicles, the Quran, the Chronicles. These Jesus words. For false Christ shall arise and false prophets and would do wonderful miracles, so that if it were possible, even God's chosen ones would be deceived. See, I have warned you. So if someone tells you the Messiah has returned and is out in the desert, don't bother to go and look. This is about the last days. This whole 24 is about the last days. So yeah, you might have looked in the eclipse last year and the year before last. I remember a big eclipse when I was in 8th grade. The same way yeah, I like looking through telescopes, but because there was a warning about these days and times in prophecy, and because you have a place in prophecy, it was written about you. Say, look, about the last days. If they tell you go look at the sun, it's going across all of the deserts of the United States. You better not go and look. Or that it is hiding in a certain place, or when it's eclipsed by the moon, huh? Go look. Nope, you better not go and look. You better not believe it. For as the lightning flashes across the skies from the east to the west, so shall my coming be when I, the Messiah, return. And wherever the carcass is, and again, a lot of people look at that and say death. No, carcass is the military. Carcass is the United States government. Black caucus, white caucus, red caucus. I think they even got a blue caucus now. There, the vultures will be. Remember, the vulture is represented by the United States of America. They got their eagle-looking vulture on everything. They dollar to the dollars. Immediately after the persecution of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give light, and the stars will seem to fall from out. Everywhere you look, it look like stars falling, don't it? Look, this fell from the sky this week. Every day, they be getting glimpses and cameras showing stuff falling from the sky, ain't it? That's why I say seen. And the powers overshadowing the earth will be convulsed. That's them 33 earthquakes that happened on the 144, the April 14th. And then, now here's the last signal. At the last signal of my coming will appear in the heavens, and there will be deep mourning all around the earth. And the nations of the world will see me arrive in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And I should send forth my angels with the sound of a mighty trumpet blast, and they should gather my chosen one from the farthest ends of the earth in heaven. Now learn a lesson from the fig tree. When our branch is tender and the leaves begin to sprout, you know that summer is almost here. Just so, when you see all these things beginning to happen, you can know that my return is near, even at the doors. Then, at last, this age will come to its close. Oh, I'm loving that verse. I'm loving that chapter. I'm loving that chapter. Let me show you what they got prepared. Now, of all the different type of reminders and awareness that Biden can be making right now for everything that's going on, he said, let me focus on those who claim they black first. Let me get them out of the way. Those who say they black, let's get them out of the way. One presidential document for Monday. One presidential document for tomorrow. All the type of documents he could be putting out for tomorrow, right? Let's see. He said, you know what? Black Maternal Health Week. Black Maternal Health Week. Is maternal meaning he messing with the womb? I see blueprint and words in here. Does it mean he messing with the womb, huh? This proclamation is for April 11th through the 17th. You say what? I ain't never seen them extend the date of the proclamations like that. You say what? He going straight for the women. Straight for the women. Let me go ahead and read this and get off of here. Here's a proclamation. April 10th, 2024. A proclamation during Black Maternal Health Week. We recommit to ending the maternal health crisis. The maternal health cry. is that it's taken the lives of far too many of our nation's mothers. So he's calling Black women nation's mothers. That's what he's doing here. Am I sharing the screen? Let me make sure I share this screen. He going straight to the womb. You've been warned time and time again. He going straight for the womb. During the Black Maternal Health Week, we recommit to ending the maternal health cry is that is taking the lives of far too many of our nation's mothers. So again, who is he talking to? Is President Biden saying we are the nation's mothers? That's what he's saying, y'all, right? Or he's saying that Black maternal health is taking too many lives of his nation's mothers. What is his nation? Because again, English ain't even a language. English is a people. Women in America are dying at a higher rate from pregnancy related causes than women in other developed nation. Any other developed nation. Black women face even more risk and are 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy related causes than white women. Wait a minute. But didn't they say at one point they couldn't even control how many women, Black children being born? So that's why I tell you, they're not talking Black. They're not talking the color, because your color doesn't matter anymore. But if you check off Black on your paperwork, they can put you in with Gog and Magog. For someone that just tuning in and think that when I say, and I'm reading this, this is about Black, this is about the Balax, Black. And the box that they have put people in time and time again. Meaning this Black word right here can represent somebody with pale skin, red skin, yellow skin, green skin, purple skin, blue skin. Because this is a spiritual message. Are you Black or are you a native of the kingdom of God? Are you white or are you indigenous to the kingdom of heaven? Women in America are dying at a higher rate from pregnancy related causes than women in any other developed nation. Black women face even more risk and are 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy related. But then they have uh, uh what do you call it? Control, birth control, as part of the eating feeding program in certain communities, right? I'm just saying. And are 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy related causes than white women. That is in no small part because of the long history of systematic racism and bias. Studies show that when Black women suffer from severe injuries or pregnancy complications or simply ask for assistance, they are often dismissed or ignored in healthcare settings that are supposed to care for them. I guess this is where they want me to be empathetic and go back and be like, oh, poor little me. Yeah, me too. I went through that. Nah, this is a whole different ball game. It's a wake up call. Y'all gonna be left behind for them to do what they gonna do. Huh? Everything that you could have, Biden, and your trusty assistants that would have worked for somebody like me how many years ago. It was already written that we was going to get to this point in the first place. So you ain't pulling no strings, huh? No heartstrings here on this one. And President Kamala Harris, all of your children are half-breeds. I mean, do you even have children? Oh, wait, are you the mother of the nation that he talking about? Huh? Kamala Kaka, Kalima, mother goddess of the criticals? Is he talking to you? That your name thrown up in here? Blech, thrown up in here? Now y'all want to address postpartum depression and all that type of stuff? Like what? I didn't suffer from postpartum depression. That's the lie y'all came up with, huh? A lot of the women in these communities don't suffer with anything. Y'all continue your research and development, research and development and medications and all the different things that you come up with that hit the womb and attack the children before they even born, before they're. Do anyone understand that these plans and things that are written out all through history was addressed to get to you because these words were prophetic and they knew that you would exist in these days and times before you were born, before your mother's womb? They sought out to destroy you, to misguide you, to give you false information and false doctrine, to destroy your light. You came through light code into a womb that was prepared for you, but you existed before the preparation of that womb, and they knew you were coming. Black women face even more risk and are 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes than white women. That is in no small part because of the long history of systematic racism bias. Studies show that when Black women suffer from severe injuries and pregnancy complications or simply ask for assistance, they are often dismissed or ignored in the healthcare settings that are supposed to care for them. People of color, including expecting mothers, people of color are different from expecting mothers, but hey, people of color, including expecting mothers, also bear the brunt of environmental injustices like air and water pollution, which worsen health outcomes. Too often, Black mothers lack access to safe and secure housing, affordable transportation, and affordable, healthy food. This is unjust and unacceptable. That is why my administration, dun, 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 to the rescue, has worked to address this cry is from the very beginning. What? From the very beginning of time. See what I'm saying? From the beginning, before your mother's womb, huh? Vice President Kamala Kaka Kalima Harris came into office as a key leader on the maternal health and continues to fight to improve maternal health outcomes, evaluating the issue nationally and convening experts and activists to find solutions. My administration's first piece of historic, I tell you, the Bible say you got to come as a child. You must be born again. All the things that they know is written, they writing to counteract upon what is the truth. My administration's first piece of historic legislation, the American Rescue Plan, gave states the option to provide full year of postpartum coverage to women on Medicaid, increasing it from just 60 days previously. Now, 45 states, Washington, D.C., and the United States Virgin Islands provide a full year of this critical. I told y'all, there she go, the criticals. If you go look up what critical really mean and why I say it, and maybe you'll be like, oh, okay, that's why. Huh? She is the goddess over the criticals. And the criticals ain't trying to save your bloodline. She don't have black on her ID. And we already know her husband ain't black. I'm just saying, this ain't about black and white. This is about spiritual matters and how, if you look at this and know, you know they're not talking about black and white. We also made coverage under the Affordable Care Act more affordable, saving millions of families an average of $800 per year on health insurance premiums. My administration also released a blueprint. I told you there's the blueprint. They got a new blueprint. They don't want you to have the blueprint of Christ. Christ didn't even say nothing about worshiping him. He said, I am not your savior. He said, but I got a blueprint that if you follow this blueprint, when time comes, you'll be armored up. You will be armored. You will be able to, you would have unlocked the codes in your DNA to stand against this mess that they're about to come out with, to take you down, to stand with them in Gog and Magog when Biden administration say they're going to buy Americans. My administration also released a blueprint. They got a blueprint for AI. And now they got a blueprint for the Black maternals, for addressing the maternal health cry, which outlines actions in the federal government will take to combat maternal mortality and improved maternal health. They speaking in English now. Remember, English isn't a language. English is a people. It's a set of beings. To start, we created a new birthing-friendly hospital designation that highlights, where's this designation, this birthing-friendly hospital, They ain't going to give you the address. They're not going to give you the address to this birthing-friendly hospital designation that highlights hospitals and health systems that offer high-quality maternal care, ensuring that expecting mothers know where to get help when they need. To find out which facilities are birthing-friendly. Now, you mean to tell me all these years, none of the hospitals been birthing-friendly? Look at the number. TLC mama. You mean to tell me, what's her name? Aretha Franklin that came back through the lines and she said she need a little TLC mama. They done called on her, Mental health care. See how the mental health care is the health care. Wait, mental health care is health care. It is so important that women have access to it throughout pregnancy and beyond. From the pregnancy to beyond. My administration, also, you know who his administration is, right? His administration is him, Obama, Harris, Clinton, Bush. That is his administration. Their administration is Harris, Biden, Obama, Clinton, Bush. So their administration now, after all these years, finally got a birthing-friendly environment with a particular designation. My administration launched a maternal mental health hotline so that the 1 in 5 women in America, they making sure they say, look, every time you look around, 1 in 5 women in America who experience maternal mental health conditions like depression, anxiety, or substance abuse use disorder can get support they need. See, what they did is they threw this in here and then decide, say, look, we're not going to join Israel because now we even know what the truth is. And because we know who you are, we're going to put this in here and maybe get some type of favoritism or something because no, it's too late. It's too late. God is going to keep his promise. For all the times, the very elect, y'all thought y'all was, I don't know what you thought. New and expectant mothers can call 1-833-TLC-MAMA. A confidential 24-hour toll-free number to connect. You know what, those mamas, if they know that love and light, they gonna be all right. If the message gets to these mothers right now that you must choose the Most High, the one true and living God, you'll be all right. You won't need day hotlines. Jesus will be your hotline, Jesus, you left a blueprint. They got a new blueprint out here. I don't want that blueprint. I want the blueprint you left. Tens of thousands of women have already taken advantage of this valuable hotline. You mean to tell me there's tens and thousands of women going through depression? And why would they be going through depression? Because of all the different simulations and structures of disparity and diverse environmental community disadvantages, like men not being in the household and stuff, having women think they don't need a man, all the things that is natural in nature. I'm just saying, that's all right. Even though tens of thousands of women have already taken advantage of this valuable hotline, it is my prayer that tens and thousands of women will understand that they don't need to accept this blueprint, that Jesus got a blueprint, a blueprint about loving yourself, a blueprint about looking in the mirror and knowing that you are a direct reflection of the Most High, one true and living God, a God of life, that the reason why you even able to carry life in you is because of light, the light of love, And we know that being able to access support in times of need literally saves lives. Additionally, we are supporting and expanding maternal mental health screening programs, including for postpartum depression. We are partnering with community-based organizations to help pregnant women access services and treat substance use disorder, and support victims of domestic violence. My administration is working to grow and diversify the maternal health workforce to better serve expecting mothers by helping healthcare providers hire and train physicians, certified midwives, doulas, and community health workers. I also signed legislation to ensure employers make reasonable accommodations for pregnant and nursing mothers who deserve job security, and to have their workplace rights respected by expanding the use of break time. You get 10 minutes, 10 minutes to breastfeed. I'm so glad I was able to breastfeed after the first of their lies and what they did on the first round, and I didn't give up. And then on the second round, I breastfed for 2 years. 2 years. First time when they lied and took it and exaggerated and added on and took away and made their whole script. And I didn't give up. I breastfed for 2 years. I couldn't imagine not being able to. You get 10 minutes to breastfeed and access to private spaces for millions of nursing patients. This is millions of Black nursing patients. When they give you foods and stuff and chemicals that make a woman not even able to lactate the way that she naturally supposed to in the first place. For example, we have been working to end discrimination in housing and make public transit more accessible to everyone, no matter where they live. Expand, they coming with the whammy, boy. Expand access to health and affordable food and tackle dangerous environmental injustices that take the biggest toll on families from communities of color. There is still so much to do to ensure they say, look, while we all distracted on everything else, things in the sky and P. Diddy, and we gathering Gog and Magog in war because we said we're going to buy you Americans. We're going to start from the top to the bottom. And before April 15th, for the April 15th initiation, we telling you we coming for the maternal health first. There is still so much to do to ensure safety and dignity in pregnancy and childbirth. I feel you, Hamas. They're not going to take responsibility. They're going to try everything. Biden, them going to try everything possible. But we already know how the story ends, huh? This week, we extend our gratitude to all maternal health care workers who are on the front line of this war. Together, I know that we can make America the best country in the world to have a baby. That's their message for tomorrow, y'all. For the war, huh? Who they think they talking to? Huh? You don't believe me? You go to Federal Register and check it out. One presidential document for tomorrow. Remember when I came on here Friday, they didn't have the documents out on time like they normally do that represent what's supposed to happen on Monday, right? Did anybody see that when I did my live on Friday? And I said, y'all know every Friday at a particular time, they have the documents for Monday out. But I guess they done gathered up, went over to Papua New Guinea, they made all kind of phone calls all over the world and realized that game is up. And so this is the best they could come up with. This the best that y'all could come up with for Monday? Huh? Y'all put this, look, they did it April 10th. They held out. Let's see, we're going to do this on this day and this on this day. And let's see, can we get her back to where we need her to be? Depressed, not focused. Can we break her? No, you can't. We're going to give it one more try. So here's what Biden had to say. I, therefore, Ballot Biden them. President of the United States of America, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution and the laws of the United States, do hereby proclaim April 11th through the 17th as Black Maternal Health Week. I call upon all Americans to raise awareness of the state of Black maternal health in the United States by understanding the consequences of the institutional racism. Recognizing the scope of this problem and the need to urgent solutions. It's urgent, ain't it? Amplifying the voices and experiences of Black women and families and communities, and committing to build a world in which Black women do not have to fear for their safety, well being, dignity, or lives before, during, or after pregnancy. Huh? I would love to show my face right now. I really would. I would love to show my face, but I got my hair. I washed my hair in all the salt and zinc. I did me a salt and zinc hair wash. So I got my hair twisted and all these different little, how you have to do when you have the locks. Because I went out today, and again, I went out today to take my stand, in which banner I'm standing under. All to Jesus I surrender. Who is the Son to me? Whoever the Son is to me, I got a blueprint. Huh? And I know God is going to keep his promise. I'm going to see the Son. And everything that is written about these days and time is going to come to pass because they know it. And I know it. I surrender all. My mind is God's mind. I'm about to get off of here and do some more celebrating. I'm going to celebrate. I don't need to read no more of what they thought they was going to do. I don't have to go through the rest of this Federal Register. See that? See this right here? You see that date? See the publication date? Let me show you. See right here? Remember when I was on here Friday? You see there? Look at this. Let me blow it up, make it a little bit bigger. And I said, I don't know what's so suspicious. Why they waiting and delaying? But what was supposed to be on here Friday was this right here, Monday, April 15th. Now, they still didn't update these. These was left the same. The last updates, if you go on my live Friday, the regular filing and the special filing is the same. But they came and threw this document in here. They said at the last minute, don't back off now with your play backing off, talking about you washing your hand, trying to follow the script. When you already know that on Tuesday, y'all locking down the airports and sending out flights to assist Israel. You trying to distract somebody with these type of heartstrings. It is already written. Where do you stand? Who are you a soldier for? All of the different demons that helped build the Star-Spangled Banner. All the different ideologies and maths and sciences that fall up under these vultures. See that vulture right there? Let me see if I could blow it up, or you could get a good look at this vulture. See that vulture right there? You don't see that? No, let me blow it up. I don't think you can see that vulture. Say, get them while they distracted. They not studying us. We want to get the mamas and her seed. And it's about the mamas and they seeds. And we gonna pretend we doing some good in our little spells, but we know that we ain't. But they don't know no better, because they don't know who they are. They still arguing and debating about whether they was here first, even though in all of the manuscripts it say the last should be first and the first should be last. And since they want to be last, they want to be left behind, let's go ahead and get the very first thing that we was set out to do before they was born and focus on the black womb, And we're going to use the term black because they think it's about color. My mind is God's mind. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. God's ideas unfold within my mind in perfect sequence because God sent a son with a blueprint so that I can always be poised, balanced, serene, and calm because God provided a perfect solution to my needs before the foundations of anything man-made. He did it for you too, but you just have to remember. You have to remember that today's prophecies is about you. Everything that is written in what's happening in these prophetic times, you are somewhere in the script. And even though you don't want to, you're going to have to. You're going to have to make a choice. Greater light.
Who has been created to a true knowledge according to the image of the one who created him. The people who walk in darkness will see a great light. Those who live in a dark land, the light will shine on them. God's promise, 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 promise. Deep God's promise, 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 promise. Loud roar. God's mind is my mind, my mind is light. I am in all ways reflecting His sight. In all ways I acknowledge, no knowledge, no college. Ooh, God, you promised that great day will come. Yes, God, you promised that I will see my son. You promised that He is by your side, and nothing can separate this love inside. No masters, no doctors can prescribe ways in my callings. Only His ways, oh, ancient of days, can correct. He reflects the path I acknowledge. I am in all ways refracting His sight. In all ways I acknowledge, no knowledge, no college. Oh God, you promised that great day will come. Yes, God, you promised that I will see my son. You promised that he is by your side, and nothing can separate this love inside. No masters, no doctors can prescribe ways in my callings, only his ways. Oh, what's on the new self who is being created to a true knowledge according to the image of the one who created him. The people who walk in darkness will see a great light. Those who live in a dark land, the light will shine on them. God's promise, 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 promise. God's promise, 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 promise. God's mind is my mind is light. I am in all ways reflecting His sight. In all ways I acknowledge, no knowledge, no college. God, you promised that great day will come. Yes, God, you promised that I will see a good on the new self who is being created to a true knowledge according to the image of the one who created him. The people who walk in darkness will see a great light. Those who live in a dark land, the light will shine on them. God's promise, 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 promise. God's promise, 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 promise. God's mind is my mind is light. I am in all ways reflecting His sight. In all ways I acknowledge, no knowledge, no college. God, you promised that great day will come. Yes, God, on the new self.